Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of The Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Western North Carolina fishing report with Dale Collins at Tuckaseegee Fly Shop. How's it going, Dale?
Going well, Marvin. Just enjoying a little bit of the spring showers. It seems like April showers, but it's March. So March showers maybe will bring April flowers. It feels like a month ahead right now in conditions.
Well, at least everything's kind of staying the same. We had such a mild winter.
That's exactly right. Farmer's Almanac hit it nail on the head there. Warm, wet winter. We've come out of that. I actually went ahead and I looked at the long-range forecast, and looks like maybe we're done with frost. I'm sure we'll have a chance for a dogwood winter, but I went ahead and planted beans in my garden. So I'm optimistic that the cold stuff's behind us, and we're looking at spring here. Certainly the water says spring, and everything around the water. So, ramps people are out foraging for ramps, and they're coming up, and various things like that are happening that are just springtime every year. So it's good to see.
Absolutely, at least a little bit of normal in kind of these crazy times. We actually have a lot of news today. I guess why don't we start with the closures affecting the Great Smoky Mountain National Park and how that's affecting the ability for people to get in and out of the park.
Sure, yeah. So first and foremost, the Cherokee Indian Reservation has closed the boundary. They are not, all the waters are closed. Of course, they were anyway, and they kind of extended it, but the trophy section has been open. But they've now incorporated the trophy section into the closure. So there is no access onto travel in the boundary. So that also means you cannot access the national park through 441. And 19, shut down for the reservation. So really the only access you have for the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, is really going to be Deep Creek, or getting in and around Cataloochee, possibly that road that's been closed for construction as well. So, it feels like the belt is tightened, if you will. And, it's understandable to an extent. Graham County, they've completely shut down access to that county as well. So that takes out the very far southwest reaches of the national park for your, say, 20-mile or trying to maybe put a boat in and go to Eagle Creek or Hazel. You can't get into Graham County with a boat. So it's going to get turned around. So, the belt's really tightened down. Swain County today put out a declaration essentially closing all non-essential business. So for Tuck Fly Shop, what we've done is pretty much moved all operations to Silva, temporary closing Bryson City. We're still open in Silva. But we've strategically moved a lot of inventory. I know a lot of folks are in search of fly tying materials, and we just got a shipment of that in. So people can call and we can put together an order over the phone. You can, obviously still come into the store. That may change, but maybe we're still going to try to do like a curbside, or call us in and we'll have the order ready and we'll bring it out to you. So certainly gift cards for guided trips, we can do that for dates to be determined at a discounted rate. So there's a lot of creative ways that we're going to try to position ourselves to make sure we're around on the back end of this, because this is temporary. It will pass, and we just got to all come together and support each other.
Absolutely. And to be really clear about the closure in the park, if you can get into the park, the only things inside the park that are closed, my understanding, is basically restrooms, visitor centers, and campgrounds.
Yes. So Smokemont Campground is closed, and Deep Creek Campground is closed. And you really just need to take it as the national park is closed. There's no need to try to go into the backcountry right now. You've got a ton of AT people coming through right now, actually, and they're telling all of those people to stay out of the shelters on the Appalachian Trail. So all your backcountry sites are actually going to probably be occupied with thru hikers, and they're always carrying fun things with them. So, and all good vibes there. But yeah, so it's best to just leave the national park alone. And so it's just unfortunate right now.
Got it. And then as we were saying at the top of the fishing report, the conditions are good. Why don't you give us some good news about how great the fishing is?
Absolutely, man. So the delayed harvest, Duke Energy's kind of come off of some of their maintenance and some of the things they were doing. And we saw for the last week and a half some incredible wading conditions over here on the Webster delayed harvest in Jackson County. Really productive trips and a lot of folks coming out, hitting the water, taking part in social distancing through fly fishing. And so it was busy on the water. But the Upper Nantahala delayed harvest, you can still access that. I will say Highway 19 and the Nantahala Gorge is still currently closed. But so West Fork of the Pigeon, we actually had a trip out there today on that, and it was productive even after some rain came through. So all kinds of bugs hatching. We're starting to see those April, March browns for us don't really hatch in March. They really hatch in April. But we're seeing those guys. We're seeing the quills still of various colors, blueing olives, caddis. We're catching fish on the delayed harvest with dry flies. And I would say, even if you're down in, let's say, the Piedmont region of North Carolina, your delayed harvests are on the Mitchell River. If you can sneak up to the Watauga, those are all very productive too. Wilson Creek certainly going to be very productive as well, and with good hatches. So we're basically a month ahead, I feel like, on our season in terms of weather. It's been very consistent, where normally March is roller coaster with weather, and sometimes we even get our largest snows in March. But it's been very consistent weather, and that's created great hatch conditions. So it's been a lot of fun to be on the water, and has certainly served as an escape from reality with everything going on, to get out and not look at notifications and listen at various ways and everything's happening. It's been a nice escape.
Yeah, absolutely. And folks, please keep the questions coming, particularly now that you got a little bit more downtime while you're social distancing, staying at home. Send us a question on the Articulate Fly Facebook page, and Dale's happy to answer them. And I'll always send you Articulate Fly swag. You're going to enter into a drawing for something from the shop on the other side of all this stuff. But it's a great way to kind of stay connected with everybody. And, obviously you can stay up to date with what's going on with the guys at Tuck Fly Shop on their social media pages. And Dale, why don't you let folks, I guess, know what the hours are in Silva and how to keep up with you guys on the internet?
Yep. So the internet won't shut down. We're tuckflyshop.com, and hours right now at the Silva shop, we're going to run, I believe it's 8 to 5. And maybe 9 to 5. I can't quite remember because we just switched it effective today. So with everything going on, you just have to forgive me. But give us a call, 828-488-3333. Press 2 for the Silva shop, and we'll certainly be there. And if things do come where we're having to be in our homes, we've got a voice over IP. The good news is we can take that phone number wherever Bobby and I go, where our staff. We'll be able to still take your calls and get orders taken care of and that type of thing. So, and man, Marvin, let me just thank you for having such a positive influence on the fly fishing world here in the podcast realm. There's a lot of negativity and a lot of rumors going around, and with fake news or real news, whatever it is. And it's so nice to have a breath of fresh air and something we all enjoy in fly fishing. So thank you for putting all this together.
Oh, no, I appreciate it. And listen, folks, stay positive and stay safe. Get out there and fish if you can. Look out for your family and look out for your fellow man, and we'll all be out there fishing together on the other side of all this. Tight lines, everybody.
That's right.
Tight lines, Dale.
You too, Marvin.